Hello, Nick Williams here, your Medicare millionaire, and I am going to discuss why the Medicare market is what I call a perfect storm. I wrote a piece on my Medicare Millionaire website, so this information is there, but this is, and I'm just basically going to run through that with you. But this is the best market. This is the time. I'm going to read through some of this. I'm not going to read the article. I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to use the article to kind of keep me on track here. So let's get started. Why I choose to work the senior market. First of all, there's the age-triggered Medicare need. Okay, understand this. Seniors are at a pivotal point in their life, and they know this. They have to make a lot of decisions, and because they're in this decision-making mode, it creates a lot of opportunity for you, not just for Medicare. And of course, they need to address their Medicare. They need to address much of their insurance. I actually have in this article, there are 10,000 seniors turning 65 every day, but that's up to 11,000, and they all need help. They need help. They don't know anything about this. So there's 11,000 people plus the millions that are already there, but those 11,000 every day, they need help. I mean, they must have help. Let's see. A hardworking insurance agent will have many people to help. That's the translation. And you should be selling Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage, I would suggest. Here's a great thing. For those of you that aren't familiar, the Medicare Advantage market the Medicare Advantage market, most of the premiums are zero. So you may not know this, but okay, the premium outlay, as a matter of fact, there are policies here in the upstate. Aetna has a rebate. So this is crazy. They're actually increasing their Social Security check by signing up for this program. And the programs are good. They're great programs. They're fantastic programs. And don't listen to those idiots that say Medicare Advantage is not good because they just don't know what they're talking about. And I shouldn't say idiots, misinformed, because I've talked to agents who have had people, even family members that have had bad experiences on Medicare Advantage. I get that, but that's not the rule of thumb by any means. I'm just very opinionated. Let's see. Again, many of these require no check. Even Medicare supplements, they don't require a check to be written. And these people, they're in a transitional period. So you go in, you set them up, and then it's a bank draft. You don't even get, okay, when I say you don't even have to collect a voided check with a lot of these companies. Okay, I do have in this article that you can, and what I say here is, before I bore you with information, your success in this market should provide you with a second year income approaching $200,000. That's not really accurate. That would be the superstar, and I shouldn't have put that here. And I'm going to edit that and bring it down, because the average person is not going to make that much money. But you will generate, you will earn by the second year $200,000 in commissions that you'll get over the next several years. Without a doubt, you will earn that much money. I got a guy who's just turned it around. He's done a fantastic job, and he's written, I think in the past couple months, he's written 57 Medicare deals. Those deals, and this is a guy that has tried this before. He understands the magic of this business. He's tried it before, but he's never worked with me before. He's tried it before, but now he's succeeding. And he wrote 57 deals in the past couple months. I forget the exact time. It's been in the past several months, though, past couple months. And he's telling me, he goes, Nick, that's $1,000 a month right there in income. Next year, he's like, I just got to make it to January. He doesn't have much money. I talked to him the other day. He says, this is yesterday. And I was like, how you doing? He goes, well, I'm not feeling good right now. And I'm like, why? He goes, well, I got no money. He said, but I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to keep pushing forward. He says, just in the last couple of months, I've written 57 deals, and that equates to over $1,000 in income each month next year. So he gets it. He gets it. And I tell you, that story alone makes me just stop and think and just say, wow, This is important. What we do is important. We're helping the seniors. We're helping these agents, right? We should be helping each other at least. All right. Moving on. There's generally no medical underwriting for turning 65 seniors and simplified underwriting in many other situations. For Medicare supplements, they're guaranteed issue at age 65. Medicare Advantage, do you have end-stage renal disease? And the spinoff products are almost always simplified issue as well. Let's see. As a result of poor advice and/or decision-making, many of these individuals have no life insurance at all. Simplified issue, high commission, final expense products address this need. Again, simplified issue. Everything I write is going to be issued almost. Everything that I write is going to be issued. You try that in other markets in the insurance business. And that would be other individual sales products. So life insurance, disability income, Medicare, nursing home insurance, all these insurances. When you get into this transitional period, age 65 and beyond, these products are simplified issue. They use knockout questions. They either get it or they don't, pretty much in almost all cases. Okay. Oh, and then if you're selling regular life insurance, good luck. Maybe a month later, they're still looking for an APS from the doctor. For those of you that are in the senior market, an APS is an attending physician statement. We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. We don't have to worry about blood sticks, urine samples, and we don't play with that stuff in this market. If you're doing that, if you're selling term insurance or something like that, come on, call me. You don't know what's going on here. Okay. And here's the thing. The amazing thing is the premiums and commissions are often similar. Let's see. Did I mention 401k rollovers? Yes, it's there. And this is a transitional product, a transitional sequence of sales opportunities. A transitional sequence. I don't know if that's correct. The correct way to explain that. But it is normal for these people to have to make decisions in all of these areas. Their life insurance, they're retiring, a lot of these people, and they got IRAs or 401ks. It's a natural process for you to follow. I do 4 products. It's the Medicare, it's the final expense, it's the indemnity products, and it's the annuities. And you can learn them all. Somebody on a forum was giving me grief the other day because I said, hey, this is what you should do from the start. And do you know what? I'm like, oh, it's too much for these people. They're just trying to learn the business. So they should, maybe stick with just one product. It's your profession. It's your profession. Learn it. You should be up all night studying this stuff. That's silliness. That's laziness that somebody would not learn how to open up an annuity deal. We have a program where we put you into, we put everything together for you. We do it all for you. We have a team of people that put everything together for you if you open up an annuity deal. And a final expense, that's like a baby could sell final expense insurance. Yeah, and the person was telling me, it's just like, I don't know what they were telling. I have no idea. No, insurance agents are stupid. They can't do that. Try selling whole life to younger people. You want to have to learn something? That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. That stuff. You have to know so much. It's a whole different ball game. As if insurance agents are stupid, as if they just don't have the smarts to do something, to learn the basics of 4 separate products. They are easy. Then we have the open enrollment period. It's like a free-for-all. You have millions and millions of people conditioned to make a change at this moment in time. Millions of people, millions of Americans are conditioned that I think I might have to make a change, or I need to look into this. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Every year, there's a period where the media and everybody says, Hey, you need to look at your insurance. And then just then you're contacting them. Well, yeah, you're going to have the opportunity to speak to a lot of people. Okay, let me summarize up to this point. Low cost, high commission products. Final expense insurance is a very high commission product. Medicare pays you renewals that very few products can compete with. The indemnity products are simplified issue. Sometimes with the with annuities, they can be the most difficult to underwrite because you have to validate that the product. And I can't even think of all the terminology now, but it's there's all these checks and balances so that people are doing the feasible or not the feasible, the responsible activity in moving funds around. So, okay. Oh, and it's funny there because a stockbroker can move all their money into anything at any risk at any time. It's ridiculous. Okay. I could stop right there and you get the point, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, and let's talk about the level commissions. I'm going to tell you in comparison, there's a big lie in the insurance business. And that lie is that you will build renewals. I'll tell you something, even the auto industry, which was built on that renewal, those repeat customers that every year you keep renewing those books of business. I have a friend who's a State Farm agent. He says, man, it's hard to keep those people in the books. We enjoy with Medicare over 90% persistency year after year. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I'm using that word crazy a lot. I'm pretty passionate about this today. Term insurance policies have zero renewals. Most term insurance policies pay you nothing year two. Nothing at all. Nothing. There's that. Okay, I want to say it again. Is that crazy? When you could sell another product in the same general arena that pays you level commissions and probably has an easier barrier of entry. And I just don't get it. If you're selling mortgage term, you made a mistake. I'm just telling you, you've made a mistake. It's just a mistake. You are in the wrong market. Call me. Once again, there's all kinds of reasons to call me. So if you sell, here's the deal. For Medicare Advantage, just go $241 times how many you think you can write. And I'll tell you this, you can write at least 200 each year, at least 200 each year. So, and that's not doing a good job. That's just plugging away. That's just being a robot. But you know what? That's okay. Be a robot. Build your skills. Get it up to where you're writing 300-400 a year. But 200 a year, add it up. From just Medicare Advantage alone, which the Medicare supplement commissions can be higher even. But to 241 times 200. And then double that for year two and double that for year three. Or, and just compound those numbers. And then factor in a 10% loss a year. You won't lose a lot. I tell you, you won't lose a lot. You stay on top of that, you won't lose a lot. And those Medicare supplement commissions, it depends on where you live. So, all right, I'm not going to go into that. You should be able to be into six figures in very, very quickly. It may not reflect that in your check each month. Even in year two, you may not be there. Year three, you will be there. And here's the thing: if you were to stop working, those monies keep coming. You could actually just become fat and lazy, and the commissions will come in for a couple more years. Not even tending to your book. It's ridiculous. I would say it's crazy again. Let's see, where am I at here? Let's talk about who we are dealing with. My clients know they need to adjust their Medicare needs. Once I get past the salesman's prospect phase of the relationship, I become a very important person to them. It's sad, but not entirely unusual that I often become one of the closest friends these seniors have. Sometimes their kids don't pay much attention to them, and their friends start becoming ill or even worse, dying off. Ah, it's terrible. I know it's morbid, but true. There's a great level of appreciation and fulfillment an agent can derive from this career if they allow themselves to experience it. Embrace this. If you just open up and embrace this and just go for the benefits that you create for these seniors, that could change your dynamic. FYI, if you have any inkling of being less than 100% honest with these people, stay away. The powers that run this market, Medicare/CMS, don't tolerate mistakes, either intentional or not. If you screw seniors, you're going to get bounced out of this business. I've seen agents have to pay for their clients' mistakes, let alone. Okay, what I'm saying here, I've seen this selling annuities where agents, now I've never had a complaint. I've never, in all the years that I've done this, I've never had any complaint of any substance at all, ever. If you do a good job, you won't have any. But I've seen it where people have sold annuities and the clients, usually it's their families come in later and say stuff. And that's why you got to be careful with some of this stuff, with these products, the way you sell these products. I've seen clients, and again, typically it's their family come in later saying, you took advantage of my grandma or whatever it is. Usually it's a greedy heir to the family fortune, which might be, $100,000, or it could be millions, but just greedy people. And then they'll attack the agent, and the agents suffer because of this, because you can't defend yourself when you moved a bunch of money for a 70-year-old little old lady. You've got to really document and be certain of everything you do. There are other great opportunities in this vast business I refer to as the insurance industry. I stake the senior market out as the best option for the following reasons: simplicity, guaranteed issue, simplified issue, everything's easy, lack of barriers to entry. These people are accessible. They are accessible. High income potential. Let's see what I got here. Sure, if you grew up in the aristocracy of the social classes, you may want to tap into millions that your sphere of influence offers. So what I said here is, okay, I worked for, and I'll use this story. I worked for the Principal Financial Group, which we were a high-end financial planning firm. This goes back 25 years ago at least. And we were doing, again, it was high-end planning. I mean, we were doing buy-sell agreements, stock redemption plans, key man insurance. Everything was about the businessman or businesswoman. And it was a tough market. You had to work so hard. You had to learn so much. It really was, just to get a client was just a dogfight to get one client, if you really wanted a significant client. This guy came in, he was the heir to the, I'm thinking the McCormick family. The McCormick was based in Baltimore, in that area. It may have been Black & Decker even, because they had a lot of operations up there. I think they were headquartered there. I'm not sure about that. But he was the heir. Like, when I say heir, he was, he was not a multimillionaire himself, but he was in that multimillionaire type of family. And he was going to inherit lots of money one day. I got to know him. But he came in, I was fighting. I was actually calling out of the white pages to make sales, and I was making them. He came in, basically he'd go to his aunts and uncles and stuff like that, and family members, his college buddies, fraternity buddies, and he was knocking off big premiums. He was crushing it. So there are circumstances where you could say, well, it would be better not to go in this market. There's other markets to go in, and it may be that you want to go in these other markets, and I don't say you should not. I am just a proponent of this market. So I'll tell you something, that financial market can be very lucrative. You be a stockbroker can be very lucrative. You build that block of business, you get $100 million in your portfolio, and you're rolling. You got a head of steam, and it's a dogfight to get there. For the typical American that wants or needs to go out and carve their own path, look no further than this great market in this great industry. I'm kind of proud of that piece I wrote there. Hey, listen, if you want to read the article, go to MedicareMillionaire.com. It's there. We got our services listed there. We're here to help. And I think that'll about do it. We are looking forward to speaking to you very soon. Goodbye.